Okay, so there was long conversation.
Hello, my question is that we often tend to attract patterns in our life. The pattern can be good or bad. It can be abusive relationships, it can be successes, it can be failures. So how to break away from a negative pattern and attract a positive one? And my second question is...
Let's handle one at a time. She's asking you.
No, she's definitely not asking me. I have the same question in my life. Okay, this is the last question we answer. Yes.
So when we say we have patterns, this is what we said in a certain way. There is a cyclical moment to everything. Our psychological and emotional processes also have become cyclical, largely because of a very strong attachment and involvement with the physical process. And physical process has to be cyclical, only then we exist. Without cyclical movement, there will be no physical existence. Just on the side, if you want some entertainment, you want to know what is the yogic doomsday?
What is the yogi?
Yogic doomsday.
Doomsday, yeah?
In yoga, they calculated some 3,200 years ago, 3,200 years ago, they made a calculation and said, every year, this is a fact, every year the moon is moving away from the planet approximately about 32 millimeters. This is nearly 1.5 inch. The orbit of the moon is going away from the planet. So they made a calculation and said, in 28,000 years, the moon will go so far that its impact on the planet will become minimal. When that happens, the human women will lose their menstrual cycles. Once that happens, human race will just peter out. You don't need a bomb, you don't need a flood, you don't need something. Our ability to reproduce will go away and slowly we quietly peter out. Having said that, our physical existence here is only because of the cycles, various levels of cycles going on within us, isn't it? So if you attach your psychological process too much with your physicality, your psychological process also becomes cyclical, and in this, your karmic process also becomes cyclical, so your life starts running in cycles. You cannot avoid the cycles absolutely. The longest cycle that can run in your life is 12.25 years, because that is the cycle of the sun. The sun's cycles happen in 12.25 years, moon cycle happen in 28 days. Our physical existence is based in the moon cycles, because unless our mothers' bodies were in sync with the cycles of the moon, we wouldn't be born. So our physical existence is a short cycle. But other dimensions of our existence is a longer cycle. Let us say your life became a 6-year cycle. Then you will be still fine, you will be productive, but once in a way you will freak on somebody, do this and that, but you will be still doing things successfully. Let us say your cycle became 3 years. Then you will see you will be still doing reasonably well, but volatile. One dimension of your life will be doing well, whatever you're competent with, the rest will be a mess, it'll be going like this. If it becomes, let's say, 18-month cycle, then you will see every day waking up in the morning is a problem. So many things will happen, nobody need to bother you. Everybody leaves you alone, still you will torture yourself in many different ways. Let's say your cycle becomes 9 months. Once you come below 9 months cycle, then you are serious trouble. If it becomes 3 months, you must be in the asylum, you shouldn't be out. I'm sorry, the next movie. If you get less than 3 months, then your physical existence itself is coming to an end, it will not go beyond that. How to watch these cycles? If you want to watch patterns, don't watch patterns in terms of what happens around you. You must learn to observe the system. There are clear-cut cycles happening. It's very important that you do the necessary sadhana to bring this cycle to the longest possible cycle within the human body is 12.25 year cycle. If you keep your cycle at that level, you will see you will be very well balanced, you will be successful with your life, you will handle your life effortlessly, and no matter what happens around you, everything works for you. Simply because you're in sync, because you must understand your existence is not independent of the sources which create you. Here, every moment of your life, everything that you do, the plant life, animal life and your life is all solar powered. Only if you're in sync with that fundamental energy, you will run with certain ease. Once as you start getting away from that cycle, you will see life becomes more and more of a struggle. If it drops below 3 years, I would say, you will not live a fruitful life, you will live a very fitful life. It's like, in spurts you may do well here and there, but generally life becomes struggle. Instead of trying to settle all these external situations which nobody can settle, okay? You lived long enough to know you cannot settle all the situations in our lives, but if you settle this one thing, bring it to the right kind of cyclical process, you will see everything falls into place for you. Whatever may be happening, whatever the people's intention may be about you, still that will also work out for your well-being, simply because you're in sync with the fundamental nature of your existence here, and that's very important. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sadhguru. Thank you, Kangana. I think it was a session that was as engaging as we all thought it would be. And on behalf of Isha, we'd like to offer a small token of gratitude to Kangana.
Neha?
Thank you very much for being here.
हम परदेसी पंजीरे साधो भाई इन्हीं देश रहना ओ हम परदेसी पंजीरे साधो भाई इन्हीं देश रहना इन्हीं देश लोग अकेला लोग अकेला पल पल पर पछताई ओ पल पल पर पछताई रे साधो भाई देश रा